Wow, Carl, how much did you enjoy Morocco getting through?
Oh, it was a triumph. This is the best African team I've seen at a World Cup. I'm going to slightly reveal my age. In the first World Cup I remember watching was 1998. They're probably the most balanced African side I've ever seen in the World Cup too. In terms of just pure coaching and game plan, Morocco are a triumph. The issues of the Moroccan team at this World Cup are not to do with the tactics and not to do with how the head coach has set things up. It is to do with unfortunate limitations in terms of personnel and what that personnel can do over 90 minutes. I'm going to dub Morocco the neutral's favourite.
Right.
They just have it.
Those final 10 minutes with a makeshift back line, all the injuries piling up, and they still hung on. Extraordinary.
Yeah, they're just a team that's dripping with tactical discipline, aren't they? They just don't make mistakes. The shape is just so strong, but it's not just about shape. They've got spirit and they've got swashbuckle. That's what they've got. Yeah. And I think that it's the swashbuckle that makes us fall in love with them a little bit. It's those guys in forward areas, Boufal, the ultimate maverick, really, I think, Ziyech as well. But it's not just those guys. It's the way they commit to those breaks. It's so exciting. It's bold. And they do it from this most solid of platforms. And yeah, it is about the collective. But that said, I would say that 3 of their players are probably in contention for sort of team of the tournament. I think Burno in goal. Amrabat for sure has been the best defensive midfielder. Remarkable. He has been unbelievable.
It is between him and Brozovic in terms of best defensive midfielder.
I think he's won that. And Hakimi, I think would you could say he's up there with the best right backs. He's been phenomenal. But it is about the collective.
It's a fantastic plan, well prepared, and the passion. You know, I watched Sofiane Boufal reduce Raf Hasenhuttl to tears when he was playing at Southampton. This is a winger who his great strength is deceleration and sucking in a defender and then doing dribble moves. And he seemed very, very disinterested in off the ball movement when he was at Southampton. He once missed a number of games because he stubbed his big toe against his coffee table running about the house. And look at him here. It's not just the dribbling skill. It's also the fact that his final product, that pass is finally as good as what Southampton fans hoped for. Hakim Ziyech, who has frustrated Chelsea fans for ages with his poor off-ball discipline, is pressing and is pressing properly. He's choosing his moments. He's making those lovely switches that you saw him do at Ajax as well. And this is, the last 10, 15 years has seen a lot of conversations say the World Cup may not be the pinnacle of football anymore. Actually, it might be harder to win the Champions League. The Champions League is where all the talent is distributed. But this Morocco side and the performances you're seeing from these Moroccan players show that international football brings something out of football players in a way that you will never see in the club game. It brings out national pride from people that don't necessarily love their country, from people that don't even necessarily, it's bringing out national pride from me, someone who's got origins from sub-Saharan Africa, going, actually, no, yes, Morocco is good for all of Africa. And why am I feeling national pride for Morocco? Because that is good football. That is why the World Cup can be so powerful, because it creates these fantastic moments of suspension of disbelief. I can't believe Boufal is tracking back.
For anyone who didn't see the game on Saturday afternoon, talk us through Youssef En-Nesyri's goal. The question mark, so the ball comes in, Diogo Costa, the Portuguese keeper, leaps for it, but doesn't quite leap in the right place.
No, and the leap from En-Nesyri was the leap of a true Atlas lion, wasn't it? It was incredible. I mean, he's so high. He's just so high. It is a goalkeeping error because Diogo Costa doesn't read the path, the flight of the ball very well at all. He's waiting for it to come instead of attacking the ball. And the striker attacks it, and it's a wonderful header. I thought it was another dreamy cross. We saw one in the France game from Griezmann, and this was an absolute beauty as well. But I thought it was one of the moments of the tournament. Actually, that goal, it was stunning.
Portugal had very few chances. Actually, they had a shot on target in the 4th minute, and then 82nd minute is when Felix unleashed that magnificent strike, which Bono got.
It was a good save. It was a very good save. Yeah, I was looking at the averages across the World Cup so far from Morocco. Average possession 31.8%. Shots on target faced per game, 1.8.
Good
So that's
Lord.
under 2 per game.
Just to put some context on that, they were in a group with Croatia and Belgium, semi-finalists from last time. They then Spain, who'd scored, 7 against Costa Rica, and Portugal, who just put 6 past Switzerland.
It is incredible. Their expected goals against per game is 0.9. Obviously, they've only conceded 1 goal in the entire tournament, so they're beating the XG.
Own goal. That goal was an own goal as well.
Exactly. For a team that allows the opposition to have as much of the ball as Morocco, to limit unbelievable opponents, top quality opponents, to under 2 shots on target per game is remarkable, and it's testament to the coaching and to the discipline of the players and the mental concentration, because not only are they physically on their knees, Morocco, they're all falling down, aren't they? They're absolutely battered. So mentally, the amount it takes out of you to focus that hard about where you need to be when the ball is here, where do I need to be when the ball moves there, for 90, well, it's 100 minutes a game, isn't it, and beyond, to do that in such a short period of time, I think is a phenomenal effort.
It is almost impossible to explain how the managers managed to get. We were talking about it before, almost like the reverse of entropy, and that when the game breaks down, they kind of collapse into position as opposed to all over the place as most teams would do. Santos throws on Ronaldo early on in the second half to try and get a bit of verticality.
I think that was the wrong play.
Wrong play.
I think that was earlier this week I did a piece assessing the benches of all the quarterfinals, and the most common Santos attacking substitution is Rafael Leao, who in the full
Who
game.
also came on.
Who also came on. I think going for Ronaldo before Leao was a mistake. Daniel Storey, when Wales got knocked out, said that Wales's issue was they kept trying to select 2016 Aaron Ramsey, not realizing it's 2022. And I think to a lesser degree, Portugal kept trying to select 2016 or 2018 Cristiano Ronaldo, not realizing this version of Cristiano Ronaldo lacks that explosive burst. This Portugal team would be much better if they had their own version of Olivier Giroud, if they had their fixed target point that Ronaldo can play off, that João Felix could play off, that indeed Rafael Leao could play off.
Okay. Hello there. If you've enjoyed this video, why not subscribe to this channel? And if you'd like more Totally Football Show content, then just search for us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Not an Athletic subscriber yet? Then just head to theathletic.com/totally to find out our latest entry offer.